Ralph Cabbage, Aquaman Knox. Today, we're going to go over rimless aquariums, the pros, the cons, my favorite brands, and what you need to look for to pick out your next rimless aquarium. Tanks, about 10 years ago, the first rimless tanks came in from Mr. Aqua in Taiwan, and they gained popularity throughout the years, but it took a while. You have a lot of the plastic rim tanks manufacturers in the U.S., some of the biggest ones in the world. Plastic rim tanks, we're always trying to hide them. Their main advantage is assembly. They can be more quickly assembled, but they just don't look sexy. The lids are excellent for them. The lids is recessed, and so if you've got that Oscar, those black rimless tanks, or if you want economical, there's no question that the plastic tanks are the way to go. However, when you want something exotic, you want something that is a showpiece for your living room, for your kitchen, for wherever in your home, then rimless tanks are the way to go. On the upper end, on the large tanks, you see the Red Sea Reefers, and the Max series of tanks. Those are excellent tanks when you're looking at high quality glass in the ranges, of 70 gallons or above. But when you're looking at 70 and below, there are other tanks that I prefer and I think are excellent choices. Here's what you look for in the tank. First, the company. The company needs to be a company that's going to stand behind their product. Make sure they've been in business a long time and they stand behind their warranty. Red Sea is without question that. I won't talk about them anymore. We're just going to classify them in the reef community as premium. So here we've got 5 different cubed aquariums from my favorite manufacturers of the nano, 70-gallon and smaller rimless aquariums. Then we look at quality of construction. This is a Mr. Aqua premium glass, so it's upper end glass. You'll hear things like the Amont glass, low iron, sapphire. These are lots of trade names, kind of like plexiglass, acrylite, things in the acrylic world. So you want to get a premium glass, no question, but then you have choices within those tanks. So this is a premium glass, but it's not low iron. So you can see right beside a low iron tank, it's going to have a little bit of a green tint. Some people are bothered by that and think that's really going to show up on these smaller tanks when this tank's full of water. I don't think that's something you need to be concerned with. You're better off enjoying the tank and the aquascape and getting one of those tanks. And if you get one, get a Mr. Aqua tank. Okay, now low iron glass. Low iron, as I said, it's going to be clear. You can see this is a Mr. Aqua low iron glass. This is a Hydro Aquatics low iron glass. Hydro Aquatics is an upper end brand, cool etched in logo in the tank. It uses 45-degree bevels on the corners that are glued together. You'll hear that is the end all be all. It's a look. It looks good to some people. Other people prefer the straight butt joint. I think you're having zero trouble with both as far as durability. Don't be fed the line that's actually stronger. You do get more silicone, but it's a trade-off in the very tip. There's less glass there at the very tip. So that's not a reason to buy it, but if you like the look, there's definitely that. Then butt joint glass. This is low iron butt joint by Mr. Aqua, so the glass just goes together. Look at the quality of the silicone. Better companies will make sure there's not a lot of silicone mess or residue. It's a straight little seam. It almost goes away. You're looking for the precision edge. How polished is it? How many waves are in there? Is it all the way shiny? Is it beveled? Is that bevel shiny? Are they using high quality silicone? These tanks here use German silicone, and that's why I like them. Do they come with a mat? Rimless tanks need to be put on something that supports the bottom, preferably a mat. Some of them come with mats, some don't. It's okay. You can buy mats readily available if they don't. These have white mats, black mats, and then you've got black mats on the front and the back. And then something that I really love, and that are the black tanks. This is Hydro Aquatics Iconic Black Pearl is the name. It's using a low iron glass, same as all the other low iron glass. It's an ultra high quality museum glass and black silicone. Notice with black silicone, The glass is still going to be clear as far as the main panel, but it's harder to tell. It looks darker in these videos than it will when it's set up. Black silicone started back with Burleson and the Germans, back when we started reefs, I guess in the 90s, 80s, 90s. What's cool about it's like a picture frame. You literally are framing that tank. It's going to stay brown or whatever, black, if you will, and the picture's going to be in the middle of it all the time. And I love that look. You don't worry about the silicone getting scratched as much, algae growing in it. There's less trouble or effort. The disadvantage it does, you see the black. It's designed to be stark. This has a black mat and a black back. So it all goes together, thus the black iconic name. You can hide that box filter, cords, everything on the black back. So this is a back filter tank. Some of the tanks you can buy have the filtration built into the back. Better ones will have glass walls instead of acrylic walls in the back. Some of the corner filters will be plastic, and that's okay. That's nice is all your filtration, your cords, everything's hidden, so it doesn't show up in the tank. The disadvantage is it eats up part of the aquarium itself. One of the last things you need to consider when you're buying a rimless tank after you're certain you're getting a quality tank is the lids. Some fish just aren't conducive to tanks like this. Aquascapes look great, but some tanks need lids. If you've got that Oscar fish that jumps, you're going to need a lid. And in order to get lids on tanks like this, there are clips available. Red Sea companies like that make screen tops. And then even others will actually build a glass rim in here where you can put a lid. That's the most secure. Otherwise, you can do polycarbonate and glass. Be real careful when you're picking out a lid, because a lot of times the lids that come standard with the glass tanks like this have those clips, and they're not notched out, so there's still a big gap all the way around. Remember, when you're using a lid, unless it's a screen, you're going to block light. So it takes away from the look of these. It's not ideal always, depending on your setup. And you got to keep them clean so that you can be sure that your plants are going to grow if you're doing live plants. Rimless tanks aren't made just for live plants. There's lots of other things you can do, from bettas to schooling fish with advanced filtration. So I hope this helps you make a decision. The brands that I have up here will be available in the links below. We have Up Aqua, Mr. Aqua, Hydra Aquatics. Those are the brands to look for that I think are upper end for different reasons and different styles and sizes. Those will be available down below. They're available from 7 ports in the United States and high quality dealers throughout the states. Absolutely Fish, I know Sea Life and Apopka, Manhattan Aquariums. There's lots of companies that carry these high quality, but look for the brands that I mentioned. They're going to serve you the best, and just pick the size and figure out what scape you're going to do. I'm Ralph Cabbage. This is Aquaman Knox. Have a great day.